Hello everybody, welcome. In this video we're going to have a look at downloading Blender. Now this seems like such a simple thing, especially if you've been around the world of computers for a long time. Of course I know how to download and install something, but there are people out here that genuinely struggle. They don't realise there's different versions of Blender either. So I'm trying to help out everybody who's brand new to Blender in this video so they can understand the Blender website and the versioning numbers as well. I was speaking to someone earlier on, they were using Blender 2.82a and they were having bugs with it, and of course there are several versions. You can see we're already at 2.91, but there's the long-term service version, the LTS Blender 2.83 at the moment, if you really need that stability. So in front of us here we've got a download link, so if you just want vanilla Blender, off we go to the races. We go 2.91 and we can just click to download that. It will download it. I'm using Microsoft's Edge browser at the moment. Use whichever one you're comfortable with, and that will download. You can click that and install it like any other program. Now, in later videos on this subject, I'll be going through the very basics of setting things up, etc. But that's it. Basically, you go and install that like you would any other program on your computer, and you're up and running. However, you might want to experience the absolute latest and greatest Blender. How do we go and do that? Well, if we scroll down, oh, no, we're not on the right page. Go to download. So we're at blender.org/download. We're back at this page here where I clicked download to begin with. Beneath that, we have looking for long-term support. There's the Blender 2.83. So we can, let's do that whilst we're here. Blender long-term support. Now this is really useful if you're doing a long-term project and you don't want things to break or an update change something. And you can see here it's going to be supported all the way out to 2022, and 2.93 long-term support will come out, and that'll be 2 years worth of support, bug fixes. So if you've got your favorite add-ons and things like that, and of course if you're brand new to Blender, you're probably going, what's an add-on? Again, we'll deal with those sort of things later, but basically you are getting the most stable form of Blender. Now you can see here Blender 2.83 LTS you can get from the Windows Store, so you can go to the Microsoft Store to do that, and you can also download it on Steam if you've got that installed on Windows, Mac OS and Linux, and I'll have a deeper look at Steam in another video because it's quite interesting and it's not straightforward how to get it on there as well. You've got to do a few right clicks and do a few ticks here and there. And Linux you can use Snap, or indeed you can just install it normally. Now these ones are interesting down here, the releases, because you can also download, certainly on the Windows platform, a zip file, and then you can run it from that zip file, which is really useful if you want to try out a different version of Blender without having to install it on your computer and perhaps overwriting something you didn't want to. Okay, so let's go back to the download page and scroll down even further till we get to this rocket. Now here is the experimental. Expect Blender to be unstable. You may have a brilliant time. I did with 2.8 when it first came out, but you may also have an awful time. And here we go, Blender 2.92.0 beta. So it's only just happened, in fact. I'm recording this and it came out earlier on in the day for me. So Blender 2.92 beta, that means there's still bugs and they're trying to fix them. So whenever you're here, expect, as it says, use at your own risk. Don't use it with a big project that you're working on. Certainly not with live files that are really important. And 2.93 alpha has come out if you really want the latest and greatest. But of course things will change as they fix bugs, they change colors, they move buttons around. All sorts of things can happen when you're using the latest build. And these will change, I believe, on a daily basis. So the version that I'm seeing now, there'll be another version out tomorrow, which may have fixed the problem I'm having. So if you are running a latest build, this is where you go and get it. And one final thing, well, Blender 2.92, Blender 2.93, this is the only place you can actually currently get these. Over on Steam, you cannot select the alpha versions, the absolute latest version of whatever the Blender Foundation is up to. So, if you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Share this with anybody who's just getting started in Blender and is unsure about where to download things. I've seen it time and time again over on Facebook groups and in other forums on Reddit, etc. Let's just help out the people that are really struggling to get started in Blender, because this is an absolutely wonderful program, and we just want the more people in it, the better, the more support Blender is going to have in general. So that's it for me this time round. Thank you for watching and listening to the end. If you have liked it, please throw me a like. And if you'd like to learn more about Blender, if you're really new to Blender, just subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and I will see you in another video soon. Take care. Hello everybody, welcome. In this video we're going to talk about downloading Blender. Now this might seem quite a trivial task, especially if I'm not showing you my screen.